It begins with a hush, a single frame, a face, tears glistening. You feel it immediately. Emotion ripples. Ibrahim's voice gentle, firm. Jane's eyes widen, pause, and then she breaks. Soft echo in the room, a light. A still photograph we hold. Jane Fonda, right there on the wall. One image, a moment, frozen, but beneath, something shifts. You sense tension, you sense history. You lean in, because it's not just a face. It's a lifetime, a choice, a crossroads, in slow motion. Her eyes, wet, pain, hope, fear, pride, all at once. The voiceover begins low, intimate. Watch her, right there, in that image, captured for a second. That changed everything. Ibrahim Traoré asks a question. The air stills. She listens, hard. The world waits, and then tears. Not of weakness, of something deeper, of weight, of truth. Breath, Ibrahim's voice again, measured, come. Why now? He asked. He doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't need to. The image replies. In silence, her lips part, her heart exposed. Nothing about her years on screen. Not here, not now. This is more. This is humanity. This is love. This is regret. This is courage. 40 words of dialogue. Jane, voice trembling. I didn't expect. I wasn't ready. Silent. That was the hook. An eruption under calm. A confession. At first breath, you're caught. You lean forward. You lean into the silence. You feel the picture stays. One frame. Static, yet electric. Ibrahim's next words echo like ripples. He has questions. Hard ones. Questions that cut to the bone. He brings politics into it. A burden, a cause, a reckoning. On her shoulders, Ibrahim, quiet, firm. You stood, you marched, you spoke. But did you always listen to the ones you said you fought for? Jane, voice breaks. I listened. I thought I did. But somewhere I lost the thread. I forgot their pain. I forgot mine. The fight is not against a villain. It's against memory, against time, against guilt. Jane's tears now have weight. They're not just emotion. They're friction. They're the crack in the armor. They're a confession of distance. Short cinematic sentences. She stands. She remembers. She fights. She fails. She weeps. Ibrahim holds the space, stoic. He watches. He waits. She continues. Ibrahim, softly. You had the platform. You had the power. Your voice reached millions, but millions whisper. Were they heard? Jane, voice low. I thought they were, until I heard them, really heard. Pause, breath. The tension tightens. The stakes become clear. This is more than fame. It is responsibility. Her tears are elbows. They push through facades. They challenge illusions. They break the silence she once enforced. Ibrahim's gaze, silent, probing. He doesn't provoke. He invites truth. Truth, vulnerability, grace. She exhales. Her chest rises. Eyes glisten again. Jane, faltering. I was afraid. Afraid to fail. Afraid to be seen. Afraid to lose everything. So I played it safe, even when it hurt others. Narration, there's remorse, real regret. It's not a speech. It's a moment, exposed, under the weight of one question, under the lens of truth. The conflict is clear. She battles memory and conscience. Her legend meets history. Her tears become testimony. The image doesn't shift. Neither does the feeling now. Ibrahim leans forward, closer to the frame, closer to her. He asks again, in a whisper. Ibrahim, whisper, what will you do now? Not for you, but for them, for those inadvertently silenced. Will you speak? Not with a megaphone, but with action, with listening, with steps forward, meaningful, humble, true. That question hits like a thunderclap. It's not the past he's asking her to revisit. It's the future. He's handed her a mirror and a door. Silence stretches. She stares. A breath, a heartbeat. Jane, voice steadying. Yes, now I will listen, not just with ears, with heart, with presence, with humility. I'll step back so they can speak. I'll lend more than my voice. I'll lend my hands, my time, my reckoning. Tears fall again, but now different. They carry renewal. They carry resolve. This is not defeat. This is transformation. Under one question, a moment, everything shifts. She breathes deeper. Her shoulders relax. The tear track glows. Hope, redemption. It lingers. Ibrahim, soft relief. That's what I wanted to hear. Not a soundbite, but a human. I'm here. We're here together. Let's walk forward. Not ahead of them, alongside them. That is the climax. The moment everything bends. Tears become testimony. Confession becomes commitment. The frame holds your heart. Pulses. You've witnessed transformation in a single image, in a single exchange. End of Act 3. Time drifts, but the moment remains. That one image One question, the swelling silence, the tears, the answer. She steps back and steps forward, all in one. Quietly, Jane's soft, resolved, I'll start with listening, then learning, then acting, not as a star, but as a citizen, as someone still learning with mistakes, but with purpose. It's the aftermath, but not the end. That is a beginning. A new chapter in a long story of hope, of reckoning, of courage. This is real. The room stays still. The photo glows. The silence speaks. Your heart echoes. Her vow stays with you. Ibrahim, quiet, you're not alone. Your voice matters. Your actions matter. They will remember this moment. Let it be the first step, the last. And so we close on that still image, that weighty silence, that fierce promise between two people, between a legend and a movement. Hold that pause, that tear. Let it settle. Make it your mirror. Ask yourself, what would you do in that moment? Would you face the mirror? Would you choose listening over speaking, silence over noise? This isn't just Jane Fonda's moment. It's ours. It's every person who has spoken, every person who has listened, every person who must choose every day. And there it is, tear, a promise, beginning.